street there. Yeah, there's seats. I've got the seats down there and seats up here. We got some seats up here if anybody needs seats. Sorry for the creaky megaphone. We got a better megaphone over here. Great. So.
Black.
Black Lives Matter. Okay. So we're going to continue our speakers list. We have LaDon from the Student Library. Here. Hey guys, how you doing? So beautiful. So many students of color, so many people. I love this. So I'm Ladan. I'm Somali American Muslim woman. I go by Sheeners. I'm a senior here at Portland State University. I've been here for 3 years. Some of the worst years, hardest years of my life. Just to be honest with you. So I'm a part of Somali Student Association. My girl's right here. And then I'm a part of Student Action Project. We're trying to campaign for $15. An issue of equity that we're trying to fight for here. We're trying to get them off hourly wages. And like, they can't even afford, a lot of student workers are struggling with food insecurity and rent, and they can't even pay that. They're paying enormous amounts to this university that it's really like, it's debt. It's like so many things are
as loud as you can. Just shout. Supporting.
Okay, so y'all know, like, students of color, they're not advocating for. Me and a lot of students of color have been trying to advocate for ourselves, and it's a pity that we have to do so. So, like, the instructors don't know how to teach us. There is a white supremacy group, multiple ones, mobilizing, putting hate all over the campus. Basically putting anti-Islamophobia stuff, anti-black stuff. And who knows what they'll do next. I mean, this is not really a safe campus if you're a person like with a headscarf and you're black.
Yeah.
So my experience here has been very... Hey! Can you hear me now? So a lot of Muslim students have not been advocated for. I mean, we have to pray in a dingy basement. And that's the only place we have to be a Muslim on this campus. How do you guys know about that? Nobody's advocating. So Muslim students, girls have been called terrorists. Muslim students have been called terrorists. Their hijabs have been pulled off. Black students have been called the N-word. We have a lot of inequitable stuff going on this campus, yet this administration is not doing anything to stop it. Nothing. And me, like, I've received the messages to go back to my country, which I was literally born in this country, so what country do I go back to? I was born in Salem, Oregon, the whitest place literally on the earth. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being the other, and like, literally, my instructors don't know how to, they don't know equity, they don't know how to teach me. They've never seen anyone like me. I get stares all the time, like, what are you doing? Like, my entire life.
Salam alaikum, sisters. Salam alaikum.
Woo! Thank you. So yeah, I have been receiving hate. Yeah, I have been running out here trying to advocate for everybody, literally Muslim, black, anything. And like, I'm literally tired.
You belong here.
Literally none of them looked at me in the eye, and I was pretty much a joke. I was literally a joke to these white men who serve on the board of trustees. So I encourage you all to get involved, go to these meetings. Tell your story. Let everyone know what's going on here because we gotta change this for future generations. This is not a place to live. This is hate. This is a hate environment. This is toxic. You guys, we all need to come together. Thank you for being here. Right. Project. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna be moving on to our next location now. Whose streets? Our streets! 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 Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets? 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 Our streets! 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 Whose streets? 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 Our streets! Let the streets matter! Whose streets matter? Black lives matter! 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 Our PSU! This 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 our PSU!
Some people ask us, how is Disarm connected to $15 connected to our opposition to error bars, connected to our opposition to right intuition? Great question. We believe that all these issues are interconnected. Racism is a symptom of the capitalist bourgeois system. Patriarchy is an expression of the same status quo system. The system is made for the white male. The rich white male. Yes. So, having said that, we're going to have
two of them speak today. Okay, we got Michael. David. Seats for people with disabilities are right over here. Caitlin with the pink glasses holding up a sign. Sit down, please. Make room for people who need to sit down. We got water. Hydrate. Hydrate. Please hydrate. Okay. Kaden. Susu.
Hello, everyone. Okay, sorry for my crackly voice.
Speak up!
Can you hear me? Yeah! Okay. All right, today I'm going to be talking about Aramark. If some of you don't know what that is, it's the food catering company on campus. All food on campus is controlled and run through Aramark. Some of you probably know that because you are forced to sign up for their meal plan during your freshman year. And it's expensive. Super. We don't have money. Any student organization that provides food on campus is required to employ Aramark to provide food. If they do not, they are warranted a fine for breaking the contract with Aramark. So Aramark has a terrible track record. They're a national corporation that provides food to over 500 detention facilities across America. They also provide food for 450 other venues, including healthcare and hospitals and colleges. Over 6 states have filed complaints and asked for their contract to be broken because of poor workers' treatment, low wages, poverty wages, and they violate countless food safety regulations. In 2 prisons, they found nuts, rusty nuts, and maggots in the food. They've been the center of many scandals. They've fired workers for reporting unsanitary and unsafe working conditions. They're paying fringe wages. They're not paying for all hours worked. They're not paying payback wages. And they're strongholding and manipulating state governments to keep their contracts with them, as they will most likely do here. They're looking to maximize profit and skip out on a living wage and decent food. We demand that the university break ties with the food service provider Aramark without terminating the employment of any Aramark food service workers. The university's relationship to Aramark perpetuates food insecurity for Portland State students, and student access to non-financially strained food sources must be taken priority over profit.
20-year contract. Wow. 20 years, that's a long time.
I don't want my sister to do that. Right? Gross.
Disgusting! Alright everybody, we've got a couple more speakers here, but then after that we're going to move down to the market center. I would ask that any of you that have cameras accompany us and take photos of the die-in. We're trying to send a message to the administration, to the board of trustees. Your picture, your recording of these incidents, these are the things that will leave impressions. Like I said though, we've got a couple more speakers before we make that final mark there. Up next is Michael. He's going to be talking to us about the CPSO.
Hello. So I'm going to be speaking about CPSO today. Unfortunately, I didn't get to speak in front of their office, but this way everybody gets to hear how it's around. So, first off, a lot of decisions have been made at this university without our consent, and arming campus security is one of them. The armament of campus security was a decision made in response to the issues of campus safety. And Bim Bavel, our school president, Bill Zerzan, chief of CPSO, and the board of trustees, the decision makers at the school, claim that an armed campus security force is a safer model. They've said that armed campus security would reduce sexual assault on campus. They've said that it would stop the school shooter. They've said that it would protect us from people with mental illnesses, and they've said that it would protect us from houseless people. But each one of these reasons does not justify a gun being brought into the equation. But the administration that have made the decision have failed to recognize that there are PSU students on this university who have mental illness and from experience of houselessness. And that armed campus security is more of a threat to them than they are to us. Not only has the administration given their reasoning to armed campus security, we've also got CPSO's input on this too. A few weeks ago at Broadway, there was an event in which we could speak to CPSO, and they told us that more diversity was the solution to this. But I've got a few words for that. Okay. The officer responded and basically said that striving for a more diverse police force was the solution. But multiculturalism is not the solution. And for those of you who do not know what multiculturalism is an approach to dealing with the lack of cultural diversity and bringing the advancement of marginalized groups. But multiculturalism is not what it seems. Multiculturalism is bringing people into a fold of this society no longer seen as racially unjust. All multiculturalism has done is bring the anti-capitalist critique of this university to a politics of recognition. Just because CPSO hires more black people, more brown people, or more queer people does not mean that this system that oppress the marginalized groups are obsolete. Diversity does not equal equality. The real reasons why PSU has a sworn security force. First of all, I don't think it's a coincidence that we have an armed campus security in the most diverse college in Oregon. As diverse as PSU is, it is not being treated like it should be. Second of all, our president, Bim Bavel, is a specialist in urban planning and public affairs. He likes our campus looking a certain way, okay? Not only is our campus supposed to look shiny and polished so Bim can showcase it to private investigators or private investors who are interested in our school purely for business reasons, but it's also supposed to encircle the people he wants on campus, and that certainly does not include houseless people looking for a place to sleep. CPSO's job is primarily keeping unwanted people off campus, and now that they have guns in their hands, it's only a matter of time before they are used. Last but not least, this is the main reason why CPSO is armed. Under capitalism, the main function of police is to break up strikes, unionization, and any other forms of visible protest against the unfair policies of the ruling class. And CPSO plays a unique part in this power dynamic. If the university is as dangerous as the wealthiest administration is claiming it to be, then why are we arming campus security if the national average of crime at universities in America has been declining? It's funny how that during the same time when our tuition started to increase drastically, the idea to arm campus security was pitched. Students are getting tired of our president's greed, so he armed campus security as a means to try and suppress and deter us from our outrage. How long is it going to be before the next Penn State shooting happens here? How long is